Well, hello there. It's that time again, as I always love to say every week. It is time for our weekly astrology and tarot blog with the emphasis on the tarot, of course. Today's date is the 29th of July, a kind of rainy but now clearing afternoon out there, okay, here in South Florida. And as usual, I am going to go over some Tarot de Marseille cards for this upcoming week, and then we're going to take a look at some astrology, which will be pretty minimal. There's not a lot I want to talk about, but we always do touch upon it. Either way, it's an interesting ride. Do stay on board, please. Okay, let's go ahead and get down to it. The Tarot de Marseille cards are going to come on the screen. These will be the trump cards, and the cards that are coming on now are the Priestess, the Empress, and the Pope, or Hierophant, if you're used to that Rider-Waite terminology. Now, the minute I laid this out, I knew exactly what it was saying. The Priestess is looking towards the left, the direction of the past. She is patiently, calmly holding her book open. It's as if to receive knowledge, as if to kind of like take from the past knowledge that is there, so it can be properly used by the Empress. She rules. So with knowledge from the past, we can rule, and in ruling our situation, our circumstances, and ourselves, we can then teach others like the Pope is doing. So that's the message that I got right away. And this was very fitting, because we are in a Mercury retrograde. And Mercury retrogrades now, for me at least, they get characterized by the thoughts going back towards the past. Past memories can come up. Past learning can come up. And that's what we want to emphasize, the past learning. We can learn from our mistakes, but we don't need to dwell on them. Just extract the information, extract the learning, take it under your wing, and be prepared to share it at the right time. That may not be right away. The retrograde will be here for another 3 weeks, but that's okay. In the meantime, we're assimilating that knowledge, and then when we're ready, we go ahead and we put it forth. That's what we're here to do. Okay, let's look at some pip cards. Let's look at some of the numbered cards from the Tarot de Marseille. And the cards that will come on now for this week are the Six of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Now this too struck me as highly appropriate. In my system of reading, the number 6 is the number of the path of the seeker, what we shall tread, the way which we shall go. Wands are working. Wands can also be dealing with assimilating information. So here we have education. We have making a trail based upon our learning. And with that learning, we in turn can apply our minds to practical ends. That's the nature of the Eight of Wands, making practical plans. Some people see the eights as also a higher spiritual energy, which is fine. It can fit in with that as well. But definitely, I see this as a time when we're assimilating knowledge, raising our vibration, so to speak, okay? Getting ready to do some great things, which we can even start to do before the retrograde's over. The retrograde doesn't prohibit all activity. We just don't want to sign contracts during it. We don't want to make lasting commitments. But the time to teach, the time to share, anytime. Now is good. Okay, now let's look at some of these pip cards. All right, sorry, we already did that. I apologize. Getting so excited here, I'm moving forward too quickly. Actually, it's time to look at the astrology. The astrology for this week is very minimal. It really is. We're in a waning moon. The moon is decreasing in strength. We had the full moon the other night, along with the eclipse and the Mercury retrograde the day before that. No wonder a lot of us are having a problem recently with energy. Some people felt very drained. Some people felt spacey. I've seen all kinds of things on Facebook with people like almost freaking out with what's been going on in the heavens and how it's connecting with what we do here on earth. As above, so below. So it's been a bit challenging. All I can say is that this is a good time period now to banish things from our lives that we don't need to have. Now these things may be poverty, lack of love, lack of things that we need to have in any area. We banish. We don't try to attract. You dispel. You push away, because that's what we do when the moon is waning. If we frame our requests, spells, magic, whatever we do, meditations, if we frame them around getting rid of things, we're going to find they're going to be much, much more effective. Well, there you go. There is your weekly tarot/astrology blog. Again, I really appreciate you tuning in. I do. Thank you so much for watching. And until I see you next week, many, many blessings.